A Supreme Court ruling announced minutes ago extends same-sex marriage in America. The justices ruled 5-4 that states do not have the right to outlaw same-sex unions. The High Court also ruled that all 50 states must recognize same-sex marriages performed in other states.
The president saying today there are days like this when that slow, steady effort is rewarded with justice that arrives like a thunderbolt.
In the early morning hours of June 28, 1969, a riot broke out in front of the Stonewall Inn in New York City. The violent protest became known as the Stonewall Riots. In society, members of the gay community were often subject to violence, harassment, and discrimination.
They were heading home from a Friday night out in downtown Austin when the attack started. Now 2 men are recovering after being hospitalized.
They believe they were attacked for openly displaying their love for each other.
My name is Layman. I'm born and raised here in Huntington, West Virginia. I'm a founding member and president of Huntington Pride, the Huntington Human Relations Commission, and also Mayor Williams' LGBTQ Advisory Committee and Diversity and Inclusion Committee. I was outed in high school, well, right after high school, probably my freshman year of college, and that was really hard for me. I didn't have any queer friends. I'm an only child, also from a single parent family, so I felt like I really didn't have anyone. I've worked in the service industry for a very long time, right here downtown in Huntington. I have been spit at. I have had glasses of water thrown at me in bars. I have had guys say things to me if somebody was getting sick, a female was getting sick, and I'm like, hey, are you okay? And they're like, get away from her, dyke, different instances like that. I've had people yell at me walking down the street.
It became a way of silencing many service members, but it also became very scary because if anybody were to find a way to out you or to know that you were LGBTQ, they could turn that information into your superiors. Therefore, you were, it was called don't ask, don't tell, and they treated that as a tell. So unfortunately, if you were able to pass, or if you were compliant, you were fully capable of having a military career. I really loved my military options in my military career and the sisterhood and brotherhood that came with serving, but I was not capable of hiding that portion of myself. And so mad respect for those who did for many years and were able to continually serve and honorably serve their country.
I have had a lot of friends move from Huntington because they didn't feel comfortable being here. I've also had friends commit suicide because they didn't feel that they could be who they are here. Huntington also has a large religious presence. I mean, I was also kicked out of church when I was 21. And that's been very hard. I wasn't able, it's trying to balance then, it being okay to be who you are. And now I feel, it's taken a while, but I am who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to change who I am. I feel a lot more comfortable being able to dress the way I want to dress, being able to dress up and wear a tie and a suit. When my wife and I got married, we were very excited to pick our outfits. Neither one of us knew what we were going to wear. She wore a very lovely pantsuit and I wore, a vest and a floral bow tie and dress pants. So, I feel like the times have changed, and being a positive force in the community only inspires positivity. And my wife and I have talked about leaving Huntington, but I feel like if we leave Huntington, then the people who don't want us here win. So I would rather be here and help create that positive, loving environment than to leave. So I decided now to run for the House of Delegates in West Virginia. It's a brand new district, District 24. I have lived in the district my entire life. We were very excited to put together Huntington's first Pride Festival in 2019. We wanted it to happen. It had never happened in the city of Huntington before. We also had no idea what kind of community impact it would have. The morning of the festival, I remember being on 4th Avenue, and we had put the banner out, and it was being lifted up on the stage, and I just got very emotional. I was like, I never thought that I would see this ever happen in Huntington. And throughout the day, it kept getting busier and busier and busier. And we ended up having about 5,000 people show up to the festival. I can't really put into words the feeling of standing on stage and looking out at that many people and seeing everyone share in such love and respect. It was a huge impact. Like, it's so awesome to have that memory.